Cancer, I hope you're doing well. So I'm going to be doing your 2021 February reading, and I'm going to be looking at some of the key important dates for this sign, but also going to be looking at some of the kind of issues and things surrounding this month, and just breaking it down a little bit. If this doesn't resonate, maybe watch your rising sign, as I find that the rising and sun sign together really provide a key overview of what your month is going to be. But if it doesn't resonate, just find another video that does, and yeah, it's not a big deal. So let's find out some signs for Cancer, February 2021. I really feel this month you're going to be like investigating, like feeling like a detective, if that makes sense. Like sort of almost feeling, you know, like things don't make sense, so I need to find out about them. Yeah, High Priestess in reverse. So again, this element of like, I'm unsure. I feel there's a sense of feeling unsure this month in your own intuition. So you're having to like find out things. It's almost like there's an answer to a question, but you don't know what it is. And you're trying to find out what that question is. But everything's falling out at me today. Okay. So this Five of Pentacles I really see specifically on the 7th of February is because of Saturn's presence. It's really going to be interesting because you may start to worry more about money, and it may be because, you know, you've got an influx of bills that are just coming out and you're thinking, whoa, they're all coming on at once, I didn't realise that. Or somebody is trying to just rob you of your energy and your time. And I mention that because time in this world, in a capitalist society, is money, okay? So when someone tries to rob you of your time, they're robbing you of your money and your value, okay? And I only say that in a capitalist way, not in a spiritual way. But that Five of Pentacles really suggests to me a sense of feeling like there is, you know, just energy crippling you. And like I mentioned, it's because of Saturn's presence. That may be also linked to judgment. Somebody is judging you and trying to take your life away from you. You know, they're trying to take your energy from you. They're zapping you of your spirit. So it almost feels like there is a weight on your shoulders this month. Only for the 7th, it's not going to be for the whole month, but there's a weight on your shoulders, and maybe also the need that because people are taking that energy away from you, you feel almost like you have to be perfect, you know, and you don't have to be perfect. You do not have to be perfect. There's a sense of that with this Three of Pentacles, you know, you're feeling like you have to master something. You almost have to be much better at work, much better at your studies, because if you're not, you'll be judged. You know, there's just that Saturn's presence is so constricting on you right now for the 7th. It's so constricting, and it's like, God, I don't understand. You know, specifically for the start of the month, like when we hit the ground running, that High Priestess in reverse, a sense of intuition is not working for you at the start of the month. It's not working for you because, again, there's a sense of intrigue, a sense of a mystery we can't solve. So an answer that doesn't, a question, sorry, that doesn't have an answer. So you're going to be feeling a little bit like, oh, I'm confused. That then leads on well for Saturn to come in and blindside you and be like, hey, let me just be constricting and throw people at you. So you might start to feel a little bit more like, oh, I need to rely on people more, when actually it's the opposite. You should be relying on yourself. You don't want to start asking people here and there for help on matters that you don't need help for. It's just because you feel bogged down, people attacking you, you know? And actually that High Priestess really works also right after the 7th. We have the 8th, and that's really all about spirit and developing your spirit, your strength of spirit, for example. Really wanting to, you know, again, it's just what I get for this month, especially for the start of the month, is like I am in the dark. So there's a sense of I don't know what the answers are, and it's very disconcerting, you know. But I do think, especially for romance, we're going to be moving quite quickly with this Knight of Wands. If you're doing something that is to do with work and creativity, for example, you know, communication is really good. Communication is really good. I think, again, there's just a sense of, in particular at the start of the month, feeling a little bit lonely and like you need to rely on other people, but it backfires because it's like, oh no, now they're just, you know, I asked for help and now they won't leave me alone, and now I'm just, you know, it's stressing me out. So there's a sense of that, but you will find really nice romantic encounters when it comes to like support groups, creativity, you know, even if it's at work as well. I think that's going to be important. I do really think that the 19th and 20th is going to be amazing for love life as well, and movement in that area, because obviously we've got this Knight of Cups in reverse, which is a kind of suggestion that we haven't always had movement, and that we maybe feel like, oh, we're not getting movement, you know, Valentine's Day didn't bring me anything, and you know, I don't really know what to do. It's just going to be moving a little bit later, so don't worry if you're like, I didn't get anything, my manifestations didn't come true by Valentine's Day. It's going to come true, and it's going to hit you and absolutely knock you off your feet. And you're going to be like, whoa. So this month is just a lot of surprises, and trust me, it's going to be so much fun. Like, why would you want a boring month where it's like, oh yes, I made some money? Is that all you did? You're going to be like, whoa, honey, you've got a big storm coming. Chemistry, strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, definitely. Just a sense of real connection, something amazing that blindsides you. You know, when you have real chemistry with somebody, oh my God, it's quite shocking, isn't it? Literally, when you say you have chemistry with someone, it's like, I have electricity. You know, when you go on a date is what you look for. You look for that magnetic electricity, that attraction. You know, can you see in this card, they literally got like this energy ball in their hands. It's like, I actually am creating energy with you. I'm creating electricity with you. And I just get a sense of you're not going to feel as lonely as you have been. You do have some introspection in this month, but you're not going to be feeling completely alone again. There's a sense of community. There is a sense of community. And I don't think you're going to be feeling as kind of shocked with the state of your love life and the state of your friendships as before, maybe. And that's also linked to this 9 of Swords in reverse, which is basically a complete reversal of, you know, feeling a little bit depressed and miserable. We are moving more towards, again, this really nice Knight of Wands energy, this really beautiful advancement, you know, feeling fast-paced and feeling very triumphant, yeah? You know, okay, we've maybe had a little bit of movement that hasn't come, but now we're feeling triumphant. I also really, really specifically see that this might be like a neighbor, like, you know, romance might be a neighbor, and they're very, very attractive. And it maybe like goes on to be a bit more serious than you normally thought it would be. And it's like, whoa, again, there's just a sense of being blindsided this month in good ways and in bad ways too. But I see specifically right after the 17th of February, things are going to go up. The 23rd of February is so important for loads of signs this month, but really it's very good for communication. So kind of being able to work with people, again with this Queen of Swords and Knight of Wands, we're able to communicate with people, specifically neighbours, and it may be a very handsome, very attractive, very pretty neighbour that we're able to kind of move things forward. But we don't want others to judge us or let that be a part of it. But the bell will ring, okay? Good things will happen. And I think that's going to make you feel less introspective. You're going to be like, right, okay, I've done the work. I've done the work and I've been able to push forward. This 4 of Swords in reverse, you know, not feeling like you want to rest and stay stagnant. But also what I really see for you guys, for Cancer, particularly this month, is you really need to look after your health. You need to start eating better, start working out more, generally stop like living off energy drinks all day, you know, just be good with your health. That 4 of Swords suggests that, but also in your you know, in astrology, in your star sign, health is an important matter this month. So I think it's very important to see that. I also really think that, you know, being more focused on cleanliness in your home as well, like not letting things pile up just because you can't be bothered to clean it. Like, that's not me calling you out. I'm an absolute mess half the time. But being able to look after your health, like if you've got lots of dust in the air, you know, things growing mold, like clean it out. Like it's a good thing to just, you know, get ready to spring clean, as it were. And you feel a lot better as well. You feel so much better. But this month, definitely communication is really, really good. 27th of February onwards, we are getting really, really nice movement. Almost like all our manifestations are coming on at once. So The first half of the month may not seem that great, and you're thinking, great start to the month again, but that's only because of Saturn. As we start to move on, especially like I said, 17th onwards, we are doing really, really well, especially 19th and 20th and 23rd and the 27th of February. They are important dates for you, okay? And it's just something that I think I would just be mindful of those dates in particular. If you can, start journaling as well. Start having a journal where you express your thoughts and feelings, and you just kind of express everything you've been wanting to say that maybe you can't say to others, because again, there's a sense of you can communicate to people, but I think you're worried about how you communicate with people. It's like this judgment card. When people say, "How are you?" You don't really want to tell them how you are. That's why you have a journal. That's why you have a dog or something. People don't really want to hear you say, "Well, actually, I've done this or that," or "I've lost this and that." People are like, "Oh God, I didn't really want to know." You're really much better when you communicate with people to say, something a little bit different where they can't avoid it. You go, "Oh, you're right." People go, "Yeah, fine." It has to be like, how are you in yourself? What exactly are you feeling? I think something that's a bit more like, oh, they have to answer me truthfully, because I think you really want the truth this month, again, with that mystery, that investigation, that High Priestess in reverse, the sense of looking for the truth. So let's find another important date. Okay, the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. I think that's interesting as well, because I said about the 7th, 8th, and I think the 9th is when we start to come out of that Saturn's presence. So you start to feel like there's less weight on your shoulders, feeling like these things are not bearing on you too hard. So I definitely think we're going to be moving to a really nice experience towards the end of the month. And I may or may not do some individual weekly readings to break this down a little bit, especially with placements in the chart. But, I think this is a really good overview, and it really does actually align to the astrological placements in your chart, Cancer. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I hope you have a great February, and thanks everyone for watching. Bye guys.